question tags. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to define question tags, learn the types of question tags, complete the given questions with the correct question tag, change the given statements into questions using question tags.
What's wrong, Fleck? You look worried.
I'm waiting for the newspaper boy. I took part in a drawing competition held by the town library last week. They are announcing the results in the newspaper today. I really hope I won.
Don't worry, Fleck. You're a really good artist. And you've worked really hard, haven't you? There's nothing to be nervous about.
Haven't I? You don't think I've worked hard? Now I'm sure I won't win.
Oh, Fleck, I said you've worked really hard. I used a question tag at the end of my sentence.
A question tag? I've never heard of this before.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Before learning about question tags, we will need to revise questions. A question is a sentence that asks something. We ask questions when we want to know something about someone or something. A question always ends with a question mark. The two sentences, "Where is Zizi sitting?" and "Is Fleck a naughty boy?" are both questions that ask something. They both end with a question mark. Let's now move on to statements. A statement tells us something. A statement can be used to answer a question. A statement can be positive or negative. The sentences Zizi is sitting outside and Fleck is not a naughty boy are both statements as they tell us something about Zizi and Fleck. These statements answer the questions we saw previously. Where is Zizi sitting? And is Fleck a naughty boy? Moreover, the first statement is positive since we are using the word is. The second one is a negative statement since we are using is not. There are different ways to form a question. One such method is by adding a short question at the end of a statement. For example, we may ask the question, "You haven't read the newspaper, have you?" In this example, "You haven't read the newspaper" is a negative statement. The short question, "Have you?" has been added to this negative statement to form a question. Let's look at another example. Fleck is sitting outside, isn't he? In this example, the sentence "Fleck is sitting outside" is a positive statement. The short question, "Isn't he?" has been added to this positive statement to form a question. Such short questions added to statements are called question tags. A question tag is a short question added to the end of a statement. A question tag turns a statement into a question. Question tags use the same subject or the pronoun form of the subject of the statement. Let's look at the previous examples again. In the first example, "Have you?" is the question tag added to the end of the statement. Also note that the subject of the statement, "you," has been used in the question tag. In the second example, "Isn't he?" is the question tag added to the end of the statement. The subject of the statement is Fleck. So we have used the pronoun form of the subject, that is he, in this case. Like statements, question tags can also be positive or negative. Let's look at negative tags first. A positive statement is usually followed by a negative question tag. Let us take the example of a positive statement. Fleck is a good artist. Here, we have used a negative question tag, "Isn't he?" The pronoun form of the subject, Fleck, that is he, has been used. We usually use contracted forms of the negatives such as aren't, wasn't, shouldn't, and can't. In the question shown here, we have used the contracted form of the negative is not. A negative statement is usually followed by a positive question tag. Words such as is, was, should, can, and so on are some examples of positives. The statement, "The prize will not be given," is negative. Here, we use a positive question tag, "Will it?" The pronoun form of the subject, prize, has been used in this tag. In the case of some sentences, words like do or don't, did or didn't, does or doesn't are used in the question tag. Look at these examples. You don't sing, do you? Fleck likes drawing, doesn't he? In the first sentence, we have a negative statement followed by a positive tag. We have used the word do followed by the subject you in the tag. In the second sentence, we have a positive statement followed by a negative tag. We have used the word doesn't here, followed by the pronoun form of the subject Fleck. There are lots of different question tags that can be used. They are all used to receive confirmation or agreement. If we ask a question, "You have been to the town library, haven't you?" we can get two answers. Either yes, I have, or no, I haven't. So a question tag helps us to confirm what we have said. Always remember that question tags are used in only spoken or conversational English and not in formal written English. We need to be very careful when using question tags. There are two very common errors that should be avoided. The first error is following a positive statement with a positive question tag or a negative statement with a negative question tag. For example, it is incorrect to say, "Zizi plays football, does she?" Here, a positive statement has been followed by a positive tag. We must use a negative tag with the positive statement and say this sentence as, "Zizi plays football, doesn't she?" For example, we cannot say, "The newspaper boy won't come, won't he?" Here, we have added a negative tag to a negative statement. We must use a positive tag and say this question correctly as, "The newspaper boy won't come, will he?" Another common error made while using question tags is using the incorrect form of the pronoun. For instance, Zizi is a good friend, isn't it? The pronoun form of the subject, Zizi, is incorrect here. We must use the pronoun she and say, "Zizi is a good friend, isn't she?"
Zizi, I won the drawing competition!
Congratulations! What is your prize?
I have to go to the town library today to collect my brand new cricket bat.
That's great, Fleck!
Come on, Zizi, let's go tell Mom. You can come to the library with us too. We have to hurry up and go to the library, so let's quickly take a look at all the points we have learned in the lesson on question tags. A question is a sentence that asks something. A statement tells us something. It can be used to answer a question. A statement can be positive or negative. A question tag is a short question added to the end of a statement. It turns a statement into a question. Question tags use the same subject or the pronoun form of the subject of the statement. A positive statement is always followed by a negative tag. We usually use contracted forms of the negatives. A negative statement is always followed by a positive tag. In the case of some sentences, words like do, don't, did, didn't, does, doesn't are used in the question tag. Question tags are used to receive confirmation or agreement. They are used only in spoken English and not in formal written English.